Today, friends, we are going to talk about secrets. And I'm sure you're saying, Fitz, what secrets? Secrets out here? What are you talking about? Well, when I was transitioning out of the classroom, I wanted to write a letter to my students. My last day was on Friday, so I started on Monday writing this letter. I wrote the first draft. Ripped it up. It was trash. I said, no, this is not what I want to tell them. So each day I'm going home and I'm trying to write this letter to my students. Well, I get to about 10:30 on a Thursday night, and I finally say, this is what I want to say to them when I go in class tomorrow. So I walk into the classroom that next day and I tell my students, I know your secret. And I tear up. And my students are like, yo, Miss Fisher, it's not that deep. What are you crying for? I said, what's going on? And I proceed to tell them that this is why I teach. See, I know how brilliant you are. I know that the state says you have a 0.3% chance of succeeding, but I know that you can do more. See, I know how smart you are, and that is why I am pushing you and holding this standard so high for you every single day. Because I know and I see the potential that is within you. Maybe no one has told you yet, but I know your secret. And the secret that I'm talking about, friends, what am I saying there? I'm talking about efficacy. What exactly is efficacy? I was introduced to this term through new leaders, but it's such a powerful thing. Efficacy is the ability to produce a desired result. And I knew that in each one of the students that I served every single day. Now, as we enter this new decade, I want to talk about three key points here around efficacy. First key piece here is self-efficacy, especially as we think about we're entering this new decade. And it starts with my belief that I can produce a desired result. Oftentimes, not just in teaching, it starts with the belief that it's a possibility, like I believe I can do this. It's very amazing to me. I went to this mastermind several months ago, and one of the key takeaways for me sometimes is like, sometimes we just have to do it afraid. Because it was this room of all these successful people, and yet even still, as successful as they are, they're like, yo, sometimes I'm afraid, man. Like, I don't know if I can do it. And sometimes it just starts there. Like I think about as a classroom teacher, the results that we produce at the great Kirby High School. Comment down below if you went to Kirby High School, baby. Comment down below. But the results that we produced because we believed that it was a possibility. We believed in our own ability to get the job done. So sometimes it just starts there. Your own belief, self-efficacy. Do I believe that it's a possibility? Can I do this? But the second part of this is, who's your one person that believes when sometimes you don't? I've been reading this book called The One Thing, and one of the things that they highlight in this book is that sometimes you need one person. Just one person when you don't see the end of the staircase and you like, I don't even know if I can do this, to believe in you. Because sometimes that can push you along when you don't see it for yourself. When I think about the successes and even some of the challenges and different phases of my life, I've always had one person, maybe even two, but people who have believed in me when I didn't see it for myself. I think about when I was in high school and Coach Larry was like, you're running point guard now. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, what? Because I didn't see it. But he knew in order to get to that Division I level, then that's the position you're going to play in college, right? But they believe when you don't, and that kind of pushed me along. Even in this phase of my life now, like I have coaches that when I don't see it, I'm like, when, how, Sway? That they push me because they know the potential, the secret that is within me. And lastly, I'll close with this. As educators, often we are that one person. I think about as a teacher, this was one of the key lessons that I learned. That it wasn't that I was just the greatest teacher, but the one thing that I think helped us as a team produce the results that we did was that we believed in our students' abilities, because sometimes maybe they don't see it for themselves. Sometimes you're the only person saying like, yo, I believe in you, like you can do this. My tagline is I build efficacy through math. That's it. Yeah, I mean, numbers, great, wonderful, woo. But it is nothing like seeing someone believe in their own ability and build their confidence that, yes, I can do these little math problems. What else can I do? That's it right there. If I do this, what else can I do? In closing, number 1, self-efficacy. I want to tell each one of you as we enter this new decade, I know your secret. Whatever it is that you have in your mind that maybe you were saying, I don't know if I can do it, I want to let you know that you can. Maybe it's this new math. You say, oh Lord, how do I teach like this? I want to tell you that it is possible, but it starts with our own belief in ourselves. Secondly, when maybe you don't see the whole picture, who's that one person that can help you see the standard of who you really are? Like really see the great masterpiece that is you. And lastly, as we think about ourselves as educators, sometimes we are that one person. Maybe there's no one else telling our students, and so we really have a responsibility to empower and build the self-efficacy of our students, because once they do whatever they're doing, they're going to say, oh, what else can I do? Since I did this, what else? So thank you again for getting in here this week and doing those efficacy push-ups. And I'm out.